What's going on, guys? Sleepy Hub back with another video, and in today's video I want to cover all of the changes for Season 5 and how they impact the meta. Please use code Reisshub in the item shop if you haven't for the new battle pass. It helps me out a ton, especially if you like this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into map changes. There are probably some smaller little things that I'll miss on here, so apologies if I do, but it's the first day. I'm trying to get out as much as possible. So I'm going to start at the top of the map and kind of work all my way down. So Homely Hills has been replaced by the Stealthy Stronghold. And for all these new POIs, I'm going to do like a full individual video on them, covering them, so don't miss out on that. Doom's Domain has been replaced again back to Pleasant Park. No real surprise here. The whole Stark Island is gone, the kind of upper state New York POI area. All gone now, so that has left kind of some space to go back to some old places. So we can see half of Orchard is back, and it's also half of Tomato Temple. So really cool, bringing back some of that stuff from the old map. The Colossal Colosseum is where Fatal Fields used to be. The center of the map has hugely changed as well. As you can see, there's a ton of different spots here. There's Butter Barn. The center kind of looks like Loot Lake, in particular with all the way the chests were laid out. There's an old version of the Dusty Depot, and there's also the Mandalorian's pod, which has the Mandalorian here himself. Sorry if the terms are not correct, I have not watched the show yet, it's on my to-do list. And then also, he actually drops a mythic, which we'll get onto later. You can also pick up these crystals from breaking rocks, and these ones lie down, and if you double jump, you do a kind of dash forward, and this effect lasts for 30 seconds. Pretty powerful, very good mobility as well. Not sure if this goes through walls, we'll need to try that one out. Salty Springs is now Salty Towers, which is a combination of Tilted Towers and Salty Springs. Very, very cool. I'm sure literally everyone is dropping there game one. The Sentinel's Graveyard has been replaced with Hunter's Haven. Fortilla is completely gone and has not been replaced. The Superstore now has the Vikings boat on top of it as well. Logjam has also been combined with a small part of Greasy Grove. Flush Factory is also back at the bottom of the map underneath Slurpy Swamps, and all of the small mythic spots like the Black Panther spot is also gone. So let's move on to the weapons and the loot pool. How has that changed? So let's go into the stuff they've vaulted first. Firstly, the Fire Trap. Then there's the Scoped AR, which is only available in the Legendary and Epic versions anyway, so not a huge difference there. And then the Pump. Again. I'm not really sure why they keep vaulting the Pump, but the Pump is gone. Very, very unfortunate. Not too happy about that change personally, but let's get on to the stuff that's actually been unvaulted. So there's the Tactical Shotgun and the Charged Shotgun. Tactical has also received a buff. Put it on screen right now. Can't describe what it's like quite yet, but I know it's stronger over more range and more damage. The Double Barrel has also been unvaulted with a kind of 1.5% spawn rate. It's very, very low, and so is the P90 and the SMG. One of my favorite weapons has also been unvaulted, which is the Tactical Assault Rifle. I have not seen this thing in a long time. It's not very powerful, uses that mini ammo, and it's a gun that I've always thought fit very, very well into the meta. And the Heavy AR has also been unvaulted. Once you eliminate the Mandalorian, he actually drops the Amban Sniper Rifle, which does 110 body shot damage and 275 headshot damage. I think it's more like a hunting rifle, but one of the beautiful things it does is actually thermal when you look through the scope. So very, very powerful weapon indeed. The sniper, you cannot actually hip fire from it. When you fire it, it just ends up doing a lunge that does 45 damage to players and 110 to builds. You also move forward. I'm guessing you can do some interesting phases through walls with this, but not entirely sure at this point. And he drops a jetpack, which just kind of makes you hover a little bit. Doesn't really make you fly that far like the jetpack does in the normal game. But I think these are the only two mythics in the game right now. If I'm wrong, you'll see a comment down below. As you notice, there's sand all the way around this kind of center of the map, and if you stand still on it for too long, you actually get sunk right into the sand. This doesn't damage you, it doesn't hurt you at all, but it turns you into an almost baller, and you can actually end up just rotating easily and faster than doing it on foot through all of the sand areas. If you get to the edge, you just end up jumping out. There are also a ton of NPCs in the sand area as well, and you can speak to these and they'll end up giving you quests. You can kind of choose which one you want to do, and in some of them you can actually also fight the NPCs. What they do is once you've completed these quests, they give you WODs, aka just money, cash, and you can end up exchanging these for weapons from these NPCs as well. It's also a lot of the times pretty interesting if you want to fight them. They do have a lot of HP, but a lot of times they give you purple and gold weapons from them. Such as if you fight one in the Colosseum, I've already forgotten his name. As you see, I got a purple heavy AR from fighting him here. Relatively easy elimination as well, and he drops some minis, so it was definitely worth going there just to do this alone. A couple interesting things to note, so far the arena playlists are still solo, duo, and trio, so there's no squads. Also, trios has been adding as like a base game mode for pubs as well. Pretty cool. On top of that, vaults seem to be completely gone, and as far as I'm aware, the only mythics are the ones that was Mandalorian ones, which was the sniper and the jetpack, and I'm not too sure if this is still going to be in competitive. Just remember, there's a 2-week period before any of this kind of stuff gets taken out of competitive and just put into pubs. So remember that if there's anything wacky in that I've missed, or just the sniper ends up being really broken, which it does seem to be very, very strong so far. The chest spawn rate also still seems to be the same. Unfortunately, it is not back up to 100%. If there's anything I've missed, leave them in the comments below, and I'm going to edit a comment. I'm going to pin and edit the comment at the top, and I'm going to keep adding things to that list, more and more information as it comes out. So I'm going to try and keep you guys updated as possible. Peace!